Hold up. We need to talk about why you are invisible. You think you're being a good person. You think being polite, being accommodating, being the guy who never makes waves is a virtue. But here's the cold, hard truth that your friends are too nice to tell you to your face. You aren't being nice. You are being submissive. And the world? The world does not reward submission. It eats it, it ignores it, and eventually it forgets it exists. My name is Finn, and today we are performing a full forensic autopsy on the nice guy persona. We are dismantling the 7 tiny microscopic habits that are currently draining your status, killing your authority, and training everyone in your life to treat you like a doormat. We are going deep today. We are talking shadow psychology, primate biology, and the Stoic art of becoming dangerous but controlled. If you feel like your words carry no weight, if you are tired of being the most useful person in the room but the least respected, stick around. We are shifting your point of view right now. Let's start with your face, specifically that polite smile you use when you're uncomfortable, criticized, or disrespected. In evolutionary biology, primates have something called a fear grimace. When a lower-ranking chimpanzee is approached by an alpha, it pulls its lips back and shows its teeth. To a human, it looks like a smile, but in the wild, it is a signal of total surrender. It says, "I am no threat. I am small. Please do not hurt me." Most of you are doing this every single day. Someone makes a passive-aggressive jab at your expense, you smile. Someone ignores your boundary, you laugh it off. This is a total lack of congruence. Your biology is screaming that you are being disrespected, but your face is trying to play it safe. This triggers a predatory instinct in others. When your face doesn't match the reality of the situation, you look untrustworthy. You look like you are hiding your true feelings because you are afraid of the friction. The fix. You need to reclaim your face. If a situation is disrespectful, stop smiling. Use what I call the deadpan stare. Let the silence get heavy. The Stoics knew that you have power over your mind, not outside events, and that power starts with the muscles in your own face. Control the expression. Control the frame. Section 2. The apology reflex and the just virus. Next up is the apology reflex. You know the one. Someone bumps into you at the gym and you say sorry. You ask a simple, valid question in a meeting and you start with, "I'm sorry to bother you." Stop. An apology is a debt you pay for a legitimate mistake. When you apologize for simply existing or taking up space, you are paying a debt you do not owe. You are literally inflating the currency of your own word until it becomes worthless. And then there's the just virus. I just wanted to check in. I'm just wondering if you saw my email. That word just is a microscopic white flag. It translates to, I know my existence is an annoyance to you, so I'm going to minimize my intent so you don't step on me. This is the anxiety engine at work. Your cortisol is spiking because you are afraid of social friction. But listen to me, respect is born in the friction. If you remove all friction from your life, you remove all value from your presence. You become grease. People just slide right over you. Section 3. The boundary trap and jade. Now, let's look at why you lose every argument before it even starts. It's a psychological trap called jade. Justify, argue, defend, explain. Most people think that if they give a long, detailed reason for saying no, people will understand them and respect them more. It's the exact opposite. When you over-explain, you are handing the other person ammunition to debate your life. You are signaling that you do not believe you have the right to set a boundary without their approval. You are literally begging for their permission to have an opinion. A leader assumes clarity. A subordinate begs for understanding. The fix. Switch to the executive no. Give a refusal, one vague reason if necessary, and then stop talking. Let the other person sit with the silence. No is a complete sentence. If they try to push, repeat the sentence. Do not add more data. Data is for peers. Explanations are for subordinates. Section 4. The unreliability tax. Let's get real for a second. Let's talk about the unreliability tax. Every time you say, "I will call you later," and you don't, every time you say, "I'm going to start that project Monday," and you don't, you are paying a tax on your status. We think people don't notice the small things. They do. Humans are pattern recognition machines. If you fail at the small, microscopic commitments, your biology signals to everyone else that you cannot be trusted with the big ones. You become the backup plan. You become the person who is useful but never essential. The Japanese lifestyle concept, Kaizen, 1% improvements every day. Apply this to your word. If you say you're going to be there at 8, be there at 7:59. Not because they care, but because your self-respect depends on it. High self-respect is the only foundation for high social status. Section 5. Energy shifting and status mismatch. Check this out. How do you treat the waiter versus how do you treat your boss? If your energy shifts based on the perceived status of the person in the room, you are a social climber. You are broadcasting your own insecurity. High-status individuals have a grounded, consistent energy. They don't overlaugh at an alpha's jokes, and they don't ignore the person cleaning the floor. When you mirror others too much, when you laugh because they laugh or lean in because they lean in, you are telling the world you have no core. You are just a reflection of whoever has the most power in the room. Be the anchor, not the mirror. Section 6. Victim energy and the locus of control. We need to talk about victim energy, the constant complaining, the "why does this always happen to me" vibe. Chronic complaining triggers a stress response in the people around you. Your friends' nervous systems literally register your presence as a threat because you are draining their emotional battery. This is what we call an external locus of control. You believe life is happening to you. Respect only flows toward those who take ownership even when it's not their fault. Agency is the most attractive trait a human can possess. Section 7. Integrating the shadow. Here's the final piece of the puzzle, the big one, the shadow. You've been told your whole life that aggression is bad. You've been told that being dangerous is wrong, so you buried that part of yourself deep in the basement. But here's the paradox. You cannot be a truly good person if you're not capable of being a dangerous person. If you are incapable of conflict, your politeness isn't a choice, it's a necessity. It's cowardice disguised as morality. True virtue is having the capacity for mayhem, but keeping it under voluntary Stoic control. That's what Marcus Aurelius was doing every day. He wasn't a nice guy. He was a powerful man who chose to be just. There's a massive difference. Okay, enough theory. Let's get to execution. We are going on a just detox and an apology fast for the next 24 hours. Step 1. Delete the word just from every single email and text. Step 2. When you are late, do not apologize. Say thank you for your patience. Step 3. The next time someone makes a joke that isn't funny, don't laugh. Just look at them. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Your amygdala is going to scream at you to play nice and blend in. Do it anyway. That discomfort is the feeling of your status growing. Contemplate that. Stopping these habits isn't about becoming a villain. It's about becoming whole. It's about realizing that you don't need permission to occupy space on this planet. Respect isn't something people give you because you were nice. Respect is something people have no choice but to feel because of how you carry yourself. Take the small wins. Practice the executive no. Kill the fear grimace. Build your integrity brick by brick. But hey, that's just one perspective. Shift your point of view and the whole picture changes. Thanks for watching.